For those of you who are interested in ordering the GT350 rear style bumper and diffuser from American Muscle, I ordered one of these products from them for my 2017 base GT. And if you order a base model, you don't get the premium pack, which gives you that premium style bumper in the back, and you don't get the opportunity to change the diffuser out. So I've always wanted to be able to have the possibility of changing the look of my rear style bumper. It wasn't until recently where my wife backed up into my car and she kind of like, you know, altered the look of my car, so to speak, and I made a video about that. So with that in mind, we decided to replace the stock base bumper with American Muscle's GT350 concept bumper with the diffuser. And I'm making this video because I want to show you what you should expect the product to look like when you get it. And I don't want to delay the video any more than what it is, so I'm going to show you the part, and then after the video I'm going to talk a little bit about the process it was to actually get this part delivered, because it was shipped freight UPS. So let me show you the part really quick, and then I'll continue the video and showing you or talking more about the delay that I had and the customer service that I had from American Muscle and how they handled my situation. So on the disclaimer, they say do not sign for the box if the box is ever damaged, because you would be at risk of, you know, eating the cost for it. Well, when UPS delivers it, there's always pieces of tape that have been popped open on both sides. So I had to reject the first box. And honestly, I probably should have kept it, but I wasn't here to sign for it. Only my wife was, so she was kind of paranoid about taking in a product that might not have been in good shape. This box is in worse shape because it's actually smashed right compressed. So here's a little close look at those clip holes where everything gets attached. So just want to give you a quick run what they look like on this bumper. Have they run across the bottom. That's the quality work there of American Muscle and how they stamped this out. We'll see how well they fit once I begin the process of installing it on the car. But I have removed the stock bumper, and I have to say, I mean, if you know how Ford quality is too, so this is at least on par with that. We know that when you buy American cars, fit and finish is definitely something that Americans have to work on. We're great at building motors, I believe. Mopar, Ford, Chevy, you know, Dodge. You know, I'm a fan of high-powered V8s, but we still got to get it together when it comes to quality work. But as of right now, the bumper looks like it's in pretty good shape. So if anyone is familiar with painting, let me know what you think about the way this came in. I mean, this is the inside, obviously, and I've used some. Here's the outside that has to be prepped for paint, and the whole backside looks like that. I don't see any major scuffs or damages. I don't see any at all. So this is the body line, but we'll see how it comes out. One of the things that you're going to have on the diffuser is a mesh grill. Let's see if I can frame into this. This is the mesh grill. This is the part that's part of the diffuser, and this is used for when you have quad tips. Of course, this has 4.5-inch quad tips. So I just wanted to show you what it might look like sticking through. Now, I really believe that these are huge quad tips, but even like putting them right here, I'm not even sure which way this sits. It still looks like there's plenty of room. So right now, just looking at it, it looks pretty awkward because it looks like there's too much room, or it doesn't look like it fits really well. Like this looks really oval-ish on both sides versus circular. So it looks like, I don't know, looking at it like this, it looks kind of generic. Kind of looks like it's I don't know, I'm not digging it right now. But once the whole thing is on, maybe it's gonna look different. Once it's installed, maybe I'm holding it awkwardly. But as of right now, this is what it looks like, and I'm not 100% happy. But we'll figure it out once it all gets installed and see what the final product looks like when it's on the car. Maybe it looks different with some of the car itself blocking some of the light coming in. But we'll see what happens. What I would like to discuss now is the process I went to ordering this. Now, American Muscle, they have a really good customer service. They always help me out every step of the way. They didn't argue with me. They didn't debate with me. They didn't try to get more money out of me, so to speak. But I ordered this part the first time on December 21st, and I knew because of the holiday coming up of Christmas, there was going to be some delays in it. And because it was being shipped freight, they gave me a tracking number to track it through UPS, and UPS never updated the tracking number whatsoever, and I never had that experience before with them, but they never updated that tracking number, and I could never tell where the part was at, and it was supposed to be here estimated January 4th, and it was like January 7th. Part was already 3 days late. You know, I talked to a lot of my buddies and said, well, you know, you got the holiday up, but man, I couldn't even figure out where it was at because it was never being updated. And then all of a sudden, like around the 8th, I get a call saying they're going to deliver it the next day and that I had to be here between 4 to 8. And it was just like, and I think it might have been the 8th. I know it was a couple of days after that. It might have been right around that weekend. So I think it was like Monday I worked in. I was like, you know what, man, I can't be there. I got to be there. Can't get home till like 4. You can deliver it from 4 to 8. So I agreed to 4 to 8 with them. And they came like 2.5 hours before 4. And it's like, at any off day, that would have been awesome if I was off. You know, awesome, I got the part early, but on a work day when you can only get home at 4, it's like, man, you came earlier than I expected. Now, I did have my wife here at the time, but I told her if the box was damaged, don't sign for it, send it back, because the disclaimer says I have to be responsible for things that I signed for, and she was worried that she didn't know what she was looking for. She kicked the part back. I had to call American Muscle. I explained to them that UPS didn't deliver on time. I also explained to them that they delivered early on a time that we did agree on, and they sent me out another one. Lo and behold, the second one they sent me, UPS loses it. They gave me a tracking number. Nobody knows what the tracking number is for through American Muscle. They call UPS. UPS says they lost the part. So this is actually my third attempt in getting this bumper now. Over a month. When American Muscle says they can get it to you in about a week. So what should you expect out of American Muscle? Well, they can't really promise what UPS does, what freight does. I would say after the holiday, on the second 2 parts, it did move faster. The first one was a long delay, and I have to say it's because of the holiday, not because of UPS, just because of the amount of traffic they get during the holiday. But man, that second piece being lost, and from the initial time from this third piece, it did arrive in a timely manner. So if you order one of these parts and there's any other time besides a holiday, you're looking to get in about a week span. Unfortunately, you know, American Muscle can't promise that the part is not going to be lost. You just got to make sure you do your part and make sure you inspect the product, make sure you inspect the box, because once you sign for it, I'm sure it's another hassle trying to get a replacement, or you might be eating some surcharges of having to ship another order out to you. But overall, I think right now I'm happy with the way it looks. Hopefully it comes out right. I did, however, go to a couple of places to get a quote on a paint job. I might as well throw that in this video too. I had one guy tell me that it was about $200 to $250 to prep, prime, and paint it, as long as he didn't have to uninstall and install the bumper. So if I took it just like this to him, he was going to be able to just do the paint and walk away with it. But then when I removed my current stock bumper, there was some damage to the rear panels, bodywork, and I had to go around and price shop for that. And a lot of mom and pop shops that people always recommend to you, hey, if you go here, they'll hook you up, or I know this guy, they do good work. And it's very hard to get a good deal and at a good shop at the same time. And I'll be honest, the Ford dealer, Southway Ford in San Antonio, Texas, they beat everybody. And I'm not just talking about a little bit. They said that they could paint my bumper for me. They could fix the rear cross member in the back that is dented for under $500, as long as I reinstall the bumper myself. So that was the best deal I got. Everyone else is charging me $1,000, anywhere from $900 to $1,200. So from what everybody says about always trying to avoid the dealer and dealer cost, this time the dealer won. Kudos to Southway Ford here in San Antonio, Texas. Their collision center located off 35. They had work on one of my cars before. I had a Dodge Challenger, and I had a Corvette try to race me in my Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. The Corvette took off and lost control and sideswiped the side of my car, and that Ford dealer was there to help me out and fix my car and get it back to, you know, unfortunately, I would have to say, because it hit the door, it was very hard to get the window to seal right, because if you know, they're frameless, you know, on the Mustangs and on the Camaros and Dodge Challengers, they don't have a frame going around the window, so that window sits up right into the top of the roof of the car, and if you don't get that just right, you're gonna get air leaking in when you go 100+ miles an hour. So one of the reasons why I just ended up getting rid of the car is because I didn't like the way that air flew or flow into the car anymore. But honestly, this is not the same case. It's not the same situation. This is just them painting a bumper and getting the specs back so I can enjoy my car again. Look forward to making another video on the finished part of that car. So stay tuned, man.